First you got to pick the cables that you need. You don't want to go anything smaller than 480 pound. For bigger things you're going to want to go 800 to 1,000 pound. And you're going to want to single arranging hooks. Like for your casting rigs you're going to want about I don't know, like a 10 on super middle. Don't use J hooks, just use circle hooks. And owner hooks are the make the best. Their point stays all the time. They're always sharp, no matter if they even hit a rock or anything. They always stay sharp. They're the best. Okay? Now these 16-ons, these are for making the yakking rigs and going for big bowls or hammers or whatever you want to do off the beach or whatever. But these 10-ons, 11-ons, even 9-ons, they're good for black tip spinners and all that stuff off the beach. So first you're going to want to pick your cable. I picked the 480. You're going to want to choose your length. For your hook section, you're going to want to make it under 2 feet. If it's over that, you're going to lose distance on your cast. So we're going to make this under 2 feet. You know what? These are the basic crimpers. You know, you buy these in a store. If you want to get serious, you buy something like this. This is around 150 to 200. And basically, before you start, you got to choose what hook. So I'm going to pick a 10 on right here. And what you want to do to make anything look good is, you know, you want to put on a thimble so that your cable will last longer and will look better. You know, after this, like you catch like a couple sharks and these things, your rig's going to be completely destroyed. So what you got to do is you got to close it. I don't have a pair of pliers here right now, so I'm going to use these crimpers. You just got to close the crimp so that the hook can't escape the crimp. Hook can't escape the thimble. I'm sorry about that. After you choose that, you're going to want to pick your crimp. Now, for cable, you're going to want to use copper. You want to use a double. All right, you have to close the thimble so that the hook cannot escape when it's moving around. And you want to make sure that the thimble is big enough so the hook can move freely. If it gets stuck, and once sand gets in there, it's going to jam, and you know the shark is going to break the hook. It's very simple. So now you want to choose your crimp. You want to pick copper crimps. You want to use double barrel, and you want to use a longer crimp. And what you want to do is you want to put it through the eye of the hook. Now you want to bring it around. Put the end through. Now, a lot of people like to trim it and all. You don't need to do that. It's not necessary. What you just got to do is you got to fit it right so that there's just a little bit left, and just push it onto the thimble. I like just to hold the thimble right at the crimp and then just push it right through. And then once it's locked in, I just push it all the way through. And now, to crimp properly, you never crimp on the side. You never do this, okay? Now, what you want to do is you want to close the crimp, so you have to crush it. So, basically what you want to do is you want to make sure you pick the right size. Now, you go from the top and close it, okay? And now what this has done, you can see that's the proper way to crimp right there. Now, that's not going anywhere, okay? And basically, now we're going to apply a little bit of pressure on this so that doesn't open up when a shark hits it. Okay, so now we got that looking good. Okay, now you need a good pair of wire cutters. You want about that length right there. Okay, for your hook section. Maybe a little shorter. Maybe you want a foot to a foot and a half. That's all you need. Okay, and now you'll take that and you cut it. Okay, don't cut it. You have to make sure your cutters are very good, because if they're not, when you cut it, the cable will unwind, and then you know it's garbage. It's a waste of money. Okay, so now what you gotta choose now is, I like to use three-way swivels. You know, this is 500 pound right here, and this is I think it's a 300 pound. And what's really good about this is, well, before I tell you that, you have to put on another thimble, and you got to close it. once you've closed that, you want to take crimp and you want to attach this 3-way to this leader. Now, just do the exact same way you crimp the hook section. Just want to put it through. Just slide it so there's just enough, so that there's a little bit sticking out. Put the crimp, the thimble to the crimp, push it up, and then hold it. Just hold it with your thumb right there and your fingers. Put it on top like this. Push it a little bit, and then close it. Okay. Now it's starting to build a little. Now you can see that I'm starting to develop a rig right here. So now what we got to do is you want a place to put your one thing to put your weight, your pyramid sinker or whatever you use. Like I said, I don't have a pair of pliers with me, so I'm just gonna use these. And what you do is you take the smaller section and you put it on this 3-way. All your rigging components, these swivels and all that stuff, you can buy them at www.leadertech.com. You want to close that, and you can close that, and that's ready to put a sinker on. Now we got to make the rest of the leader. You want to take it at least probably about maybe 5 feet. Your leaders have to be a minimum of 6 to 7 feet. If they're not, the shark's just going to bite you off, and it'll be completely pointless. I sometimes use like shorter leaders on like a wavy day, just to get a hook up, because sometimes you just can't get up far enough. So you want to pick about, I don't know, like 5, 7 feet. That's what I did right there. I'm going to trim it, and then now we're ready to attach it to this part. So what you want to do is take another thimble, put it on this section of the 3-way. You want to close it, and now you're going to take your crimps. For 480, I'd use 1.6 or 1.9, but 1.6 works better. I think these are 1.9s. They're easier. They fit on easier, and they're just longer than the 1.6 millimeter. And I just want to put it just a little bit left. Just want to hold your thimble to your thing, to your crimp. I strongly recommend taking a ball bearing swivel. This is a little old one right here. I kind of ran out. Actually, you know what? It's good to use new swivels. So, you want to make sure your top swivel is a ball bearing, just because spinners and black tips they like to twist when they jump, and sometimes if they twist too much, your line will break. So this might reduce the twisting of the leader or anything. So it's always good to have a ball bearing swivel at the top. So you just do this last crimp job, and make sure there's just a little bit left. Oh, whoops, we forgot the thimble. You want to close that thimble. It's too big. Alright, so you want to close that thimble. Always use thimbles on your rigs. It keeps like everything able to move better, especially on a ball bearing swivel, because the cable will be stretched when that shark jumps and puts a lot of pressure on that leader, and it may reduce the twisting ability of the swivel. Just make sure you put a little bit left, like on the other crimps. Just close it up, and then crimp. Last job. Crimp it, and now you have a better than store bought leader. You have a ball bearing swivel right here. You have a thimble. You have 480 pound cable.